Welcome ladies and gentlemen to a new video. Behind me is the new Skoda Superb facelift. I have the key in my hand, so we're gonna check it out. I hope you had a great summer. I did, definitely. I was away for 1 month, but next week I'm going to Frankfurt Auto Show. It's gonna be more than 40 new cars I'm gonna film. So today, before I go, next week I'm gonna bring you the new Superb facelift, full in-depth review in the salon. After I come from the Frankfurt Auto Show, there's going to be registered test cars, so I'm going to take it for a test ride as well. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and click that little bell to get notifications when I upload a new video. So let's go and let's jump into the review. So this is the new Skoda Superb facelift. Now we're going to see the changes. So this is the sport package. You can see the black trim around the windows on the bottom, front grille, fog lights, and on the back you have a spoiler. Also gonna show you the blackout details. So we have here 19-inch alloy wheels. I'm just gonna come to the front and show you. This is the 2.0 TDI DSG, 190 horsepower, and comes with a few extra options with the sound system, Canton speakers, 230 volt. You're gonna see that, and 2 USBs in the back. And ACC up to 210 kilometers, adaptive cruise control, 3-zone climate control, which is pretty much standard, Bluetooth connection, car connect, and infotainment for 1 year, tablet holder, electric electric driver and co-driver with memory seats option, and you have your Supernova, that's what the black trim is called, Columbus navigation system, 9.2 inch, and you have your side assist and lane assist. I'm going to show you where the new side assist is in the mirrors, and you have a virtual pedal to open the rear cargo space, and you have the virtual cockpit as options. Supernova are the new black name for the alloy wheels. So once again, just show you this one. Beautiful design. These are 19-inch wheels, Pirelli tires, as you can see over there. So let me back up a little bit, and let's come to the front of the car, show you the main change. So beautiful, elegant. There wasn't too much the Skoda wanted to change because the car was successful. So this is just a facelift. So you can see the new same LED shape, but now you have full LED lights. And on the bottom, for fog lights, you have a side exit. So let's come a little bit closer and check this out. So you have Skoda crystal lighting. So you have a lens here. This is fully LED lights, and as well you have here 3 individual LED lights. These are your long beams. This is your standard beam, and then you have your daytime running lights that turn into blinkers. This little guy, I'm not sure if it's an LED light. I think it's just a reflector. I don't see any LED lights inside. So on the bottom, sorry for a little shake, have 4 LED lights, and on the SportLine package you get this black piece here to emphasize a little bit sportiness, and of course you have the sport bumper with this little tip front lip, and on the SportLine you get black trim on the butterfly grille. Now new change, as you can see here, 2 stripes on the regular models. There's actually 5 packages. You'll have a chrome details over here. Of course, still you have behind this area adaptive radar, and that's pretty much mostly the same. Parking sensors front and rear are now standard in the Superb, as far as I've seen in the configurator. You have your lane assist camera and your automatic wipers sensor. Have speakers on the top of the car. You're gonna see that later. Now the mirror is pretty much the same design. You get a black in the SportLine package, and over here now, let me move the camera. You have a side warning in the mirror, not in the glass anymore. Of course, you get SportLine badging, as mentioned below, black trim around with the tinted windows, and we get this beautiful spoiler. So if I move here, you can see how it ends. really nice. And then you have still LED lights. If I unlock the car, you can see the blinkers, which are now sequential, they move. So these are the top LED lights. We get the sequential blinkers, you can get the regular ones without that. Again, beautiful crystal design that Skoda likes. And now the new news is that Superb is, like Scala, for those who don't know, that's the Scala, has removed the Skoda badge and just put it Skoda leathers. Now, at first I thought it was weird, I preferred the badge, but I think this is actually not bad when I actually see it in flesh now, and I think most of you are gonna get used to it. Of course, over here is the chrome line on the standard models. This one has also black finish, and on the bottom, for some reason, we still have fake exhaust. You can see on the bottom two actual pipes for the exit, and the Superb hasn't changed a lot, but there are changes now. Actually, I can press on the bottom to unlock. Just wanted to show you these still LED lights, or I can just use the key. If I hold here, trunk is automatic, opens up, could also close automatically. We still have 620 liters of space. This is just deep storage. Look at this amount of space, incredible. Of course, you have a spare tire, but notice it's 16-inch only, so it's not 19-inch. Of course, you have your lifter and everything to replace your tire inside. Huge space. We have finally LED lights inside, and we have extra storage space here. This is for your Canton speakers amplifier. You have here little stuff, Simply Clever Solutions, so you can tighten up your cargo if you want, or if you're not using that, you can just put it back here and just adjust this and put it back there. Of course, you have your hooks for your groceries, which is really convenient. Of course, you have tethering points on each sides as well. Of course, you have more space here for first aid, and of course for your hazard triangle, you can put it down here. So you have also a little hook here. So really, this is a family car that also can be a budget executive car or something similar. We have a ski opening, so I'm gonna push my hand here. It can open it, as you can see, from the inside. I'm gonna push it there so you can see. So if you have skis or golf clubs, you can use that. Of course, the seats knock down 40-60, and in this model, I know Skoda used to have that. There is no knocking down the seats. I'm not sure if they've removed that in general. That was a useful feature. I hope they didn't remove that. On the top, you have, of course, this shelf where you can put your umbrella or something as well. You know, useful space. Of course, if you want to close manually, you can press the button, or you can hold your key and it will close automatically. Once we got all of this covered, I think we should jump on the back seat and then cover all the good stuff on the front seat. So plenty of space in this car. Of course, Skoda has refined some stuff, always a little bit details. Of course, you have soft plastic here, you have Alcantara, aluminum door handles. This is a little bit of carbon fiber imitation. You have ambient lights, and now this doors, I must say, the handles are more stiffer. They feel like an Audi. You have this contrast stitching in the SportLine, so really beautiful perforated Alcantara leather with this triangle rhomb shapes. Really nice. Of course, on the back seats you have ISOFIX. These get removed, so you can put, you know, a child seat. And let me just show you. If you want to knock down the seat, you pull here, so you have plenty of storage space. This is how it looks when the seat is down. You can see the middle armrest as well. Now, if I want to pull it, this is how it looks. If you want to open it from the interior, pull this. You have cup holders here. They don't look really simple, a little bulky and big, but it is what it is. Now there's a lot of space because the seats are going down, as you can see over there. and inside as well. A lot of space. There should be an AC vent outside and on the back for rear passengers. And of course, not to forget, here you have a optional Superb on the back. Of course, you have your reflector light. Let's listen to the door closing sound. Once more. Not bad, it feels solid. Of course, you have a little hook, and SportLine, you have black roof. Now you can get optional, this is just cloth, you can get it in Alcantara as well. Of course, you have sport seats, which you're going to cover in a minute. Beautiful interior, going to cover what's new as well. You have 3-zone climate control. You have a 230 volt classic for your like iPhone charger, 2 USB-A chargers. Of course, you have the standard compartments. In the lowering climate, you can get the pockets like in the SUV models, and rest is pretty much the same. You still have LED lights on the top and hooks over here. So let me just show you. So really spacious. I'm 2 meters tall, or 6.6. As you can see, plenty of knee room, plenty of headroom. Even if I move a little bit back like this, there's just plenty of space. Actually, for a regular person, this is a super comfortable car. So I don't think there's anything else to cover. Big windows. Let's get on the front and see the good stuff. So remember, I'm not moving the seat now. And just again, from the outside, door closing sound. Not too shabby. Sounds good. And always I like to cover the ceilings. So let me back a little bit. So you have double ceilings on the top. You have middle seal as well, and extends to back. So I can see some water residue on the exterior. Inside, there's no water coming in. So another thing, so the door doesn't go over, so it goes to the end, so there's less water coming in, but you can see actually there is some water residue over there despite the ceilings. As far as I've heard, the soundproof is a little bit better. You can have here your umbrellas. They're probably removed until the customer gets the car delivered. Of course, inside you have your storage area with the cloth. Again, same quality, refined materials. There's not even a single detail. I like this piano plastic, although I usually don't like it. And this part is not piano plastic. And now also you have with full electric windows and your folding mirrors, heated and adjustable. And if you put it to the right side, if you go to the reverse, the right mirror dips down. You can also lock the rear window and door individually for each side if you have kids. Of course, we have Canton speakers here. As an extra option, you have speaker here on the bottom and extra. So that's 4 speakers just in front doors. Let me just check here. So this is on the back is just 2 standard speakers, and that's pretty much standard. So on the bottom, again, superb aluminum doorstep, and we have projected light Skoda. That's an extra option you can get, of course, with the standard light and white on the bottom. You have the projector light right there. So this car has both seats, memory seats and electronic, so moves back and forward, up and down. Your lumbar support, really important in today's cars. And of course, these are same sport seats Skoda has been using for a few years now. Really good. You have this supports, even the knee support. It's not adjustable, but it's really good, comfortable. And this is going to be good in the summer. It's not going to be hot, and I just love this stitching contrast. It's really nice. You can get it in white, probably red still, if anything hasn't changed. So sport paddles. I'm gonna open the hood later. Your automatic switch if you're new to Volkswagen or just Skoda or Volkswagen Group, you just pull for fog lights. So your front and rear fog lights should always leave your lights on automatic. So the new lights are of course full LED matrix lights. They adapt according to the incoming traffic. You can adjust here, for your night drive, your position lights, or just leave it on automatic, or just turn it off altogether. And you have your front and rear fog lights, depending how much you pull it out. There's 2 levels. Ambient lights inside, and this car is equipped with digital cockpit as well. And of course, over here we have a little extra storage space, a little carpeting inside, maybe put some business cards. Steering wheel, you can unlock it by pulling this down, and then it goes in all directions, inside, outside, up and down. And then you lock it. It's really hard using only one hand. You have your cruise control here, which we're gonna cover. And almost forgot actually, just to show you, get 3 keys. So I show you this key. So it's a nice shiny key with chrome details, and then you get 2 plastic keys, and all of them have a physical key that pops out like this. So you have a physical key in all 3 of them. So without that out the way, I'm gonna sit inside and let's check the interior. So I haven't moved the seat. As you can see, I have plenty of space for my knees. I think I'm pretty comfortable. Let's hear the closing door sound. With the window open, this is good. There's no hard rattling. So this is pretty good. Heads-up display, you have SportLine welcoming. And then you get the virtual cockpit, gonna cover a little bit later. Now, you have pretty much the same, I believe, 3rd generation of MIB. This is 9.2 inch full touch display. It's a little bit, it looks curved, but this is the display. As you can see here, the edge on the bottom. This is where you can see it under certain light. This is the sensors for your proximity. Of course, we're gonna cover this in a moment, just to cover the details. Of course, you can get chrome here. Depending on the model, you can get the sport imitation of carbon fiber. You have the SportLine on the right side, and you have a carbon fiber imitation in the lever for your DSG. This is a 7-speed automatic, comes standard on the 1.6 TDI 120 horsepower, 150 horsepower, and 190 horsepower, and on the strongest petrol, 272 horsepower. I'm gonna mention that later. Of course, we have here ESP off, driving mode, auto off, parking sensors. You can open from the driver's position the rear trunk. So there is no button anymore in this area. It is now over here. We have a button, and we have some fake buttons, and only piano plastic is around this. So this is better. This is improvement, because this is going to be less scratchy. So this is the only area that can get scratched. Maybe even if this was completely removed, it'd be better. Again, with this, AC is pretty standard. This car doesn't have heated seats, but it has the 3-zone climate control and air care, all standard. The fob hasn't changed, it's all the same. You have contrast stitching, of course, auto hold, electronic parking brake, and unlock the car. You have a little shutter here for your cup holders. This holds, if you're new, if you have a Coca-Cola bottle, if you put it inside, you can hold it. It stays in place because of these, and then you can unscrew the bottle. This has increased in size, so you have wireless charging for your phone and connectivity, of course, and you have still a USB charger. Let me just come here with the camera, 12-volt charger as well, and this is a little bit larger, so that's Skoda say. Of course, not to forget the glove compartment that now slowly opens. It gets more elegant or something. A lot of space, nice carpeting. You have cooled off or on AC, so you can cool your drinks. You have your DVD player. SIM cards, you can have Wi-Fi in your car, SD card for your navigation data. Actually, I think it's stored now on the SSD disk. And you have 2 SD slots for your music and if you want to see movies or pictures, whatever, in your car. And Canton speakers on the top. Now I'm gonna move the camera down here. There's another amplifier for the speakers over there, and the rest is pretty much standard. You can still have for your elbow to rest. That's really nice feature that I love. And the rest is pretty much the same. Steering wheel is the same. You have sport paddles plus and minus, and your lights, long beam wipers, and of course your cruise control and your speed limiter now. So the car recognizes with the camera on the top the speed limits, and then you could limit your car not to go above the speed so you wouldn't get a ticket. Of course, frameless mirror, which is really elegant. You have a sensor over here. I'm not sure if you can see it. If I come closer, you can see that there. Really beautiful. It looks premium. Of course, you have lights, LED, and there are no little lights anymore that project down on this area. So that's also changed. That you have in, I know you have those in Octavia. I think they were in Superb, if I'm not mistaken, in the pre-facelift. So still a glasses compartment. You can close it there. Emergency call, book a service, or I don't know, information. You have little speakers here, I guess, again, when you're talking, when you connect your Bluetooth, your phone. And of course you have your privacy mirror with LED lights on the top. Now let's see visor test. Does it extend? Nope, they don't in Europe because of the curvy roads. That's what the designers said. That's what I've heard so far. I think I've covered it mostly, except not to forget the armrest, which is pretty much the same, has levels. You can open all the way. USB-A, a little LED light, AC for if you have a bottle over here as well, and a little here area. This is if you have your tablet here, this will close. It's automatically seat pushing, so it will hold your tablet in place so it doesn't, fall down in the corners. And before we turn on the car, just to show you on the front, enough headroom, enough knee room, definitely spacious car. And I can't wait to test one. You can see the hood, at least from my perspective, and good overview around the car. I don't see any blind spots since this car is so long. This is the back view, and let's turn this on. So in higher packages, you get the keyless entry. You can see the side warnings there. SportLine logo over there. Virtual cockpit is on. And I'm gonna try covering this quickly, not to go too deep in this video into details. You can maybe just a second, this is still booting. So okay, so we have menu here. Let's start from the menu. Let's cover this. Columbus, you have a little hand here, so sensors are right out here, so you can use this gestures with your hand to swipe between. You have your radio. You can have presets here, and let's test these speakers. Oops, this side. Now it's hard to show you the speakers, because it's never true on the camera and on the microphone, but I can hear the amplifiers working. So there's definitely difference between the upgraded speakers, and I would always go for the upgraded speakers if you ask me. So here's what the driving mode is. If I press on the driving mode, I'm gonna see here you can choose Eco, Sport, Individual, or just normal. I'm gonna come back. Of course, you can go here into settings, about the radio, and you can go home. You can here have the home, where you have your navigation. You can have phone. You can customize both of these, of course. You can come back to the menu. You can see vehicle information. This is the new avatar for the Superb. Really looks nice. Tire pressure, we're low on fuel. you can here see virtual cockpit, so you can customize each of these bubbles. Let's say there's already presets, or you can put it on automatic, or you can just put it on classic, and you can like actually over here you can like change these, of course, both sides, whatever you prefer. So of course you can go to see your drive green score, driving data, your fuel range. Of course, the car, ignore this, the car was stationary probably for long, that's why the consumption is so high. And of course you can choose the sport mode. You can have here some information, lap timer, sport information, and that kind of stuff. And let me see here, and of course you have the consumers if the car is on. Of course you can go to here to settings. You can here see tires, lightning, other information. You can personalize, and you can have multiple drivers memorized. I've deactivated that for this video. Driver assists, of course you have ACC adaptive cruise control, lane assist. This car has side assist as well, so this is for traffic and for the pedestrians. Of course, background lighting, so I guess automatic. Let's see, manual. So you can choose a few colors here. So there's just 3, 6, 9, 10 colors. Some other cars have more of them. You can adjust the brightness on each one. Let me just see it like here, or like this one, like this one, and then you can choose, let's put it on maybe Skoda green, or actually sport red. Anyway, despite the excuse me, according to the colors, this color on the screen and this middle color changes. This is mostly it, but if I go back to the menu, you have Skoda Connect, you have Smart Link. Of course you can connect Apple CarPlay, MirrorLink, and Android Auto using cable. Still, I think navigation is still the same. It's good, it's decent. I would say in my experience, I have also navigation in my car. Let me see here. Yeah, there's lots of stuff. You can pinch to zoom in, zoom out. You can focus on the car. You can view here day or night. This is nice. Sometimes I prefer the night instead of the day, so you know, I'm gonna leave it on that. And there's a lot of settings inside I'm not going to go into. In Croatia, we don't have traffic support. Croatia decided not to pay for this option for some reason. I don't know why. And back to home screen. And of course, if you have settings, you have your languages here. These are all the languages. I'm just going to swipe, pause if you want to see if your language is here. And that's pretty much it. Of course, you can adjust other stuff here. So you have your Wi-Fi mobile hotspot. If you put a SIM card, you can see it on your phone. Skoda Connect online service, you have an app, you can connect and have more information about your car. And of course, actually back into the menu, or I can press on the bottom menu for the AC. Currently it's off, you can turn it on, and then you can see the colors. So you have AC going behind as well. On the front, all directions. You can increase the temperature. Let me see here. Automatic. Okay. You can lower the fan speed over here manually if you want. So you have 3 climate controls. And I think it should turn into red, of course. I guess. See, you can play with this. Of course, you have all the physical buttons below, and close the air circulation. There's something bad smell from outside, and you can signs on the bottom. If you come closer here, you can reset, and of course, you can always use this for the fan speed. I can press here for the automatic and the AC on off. Maximum below rear defrost, and I'm gonna lower this to 22, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna switch it off, not to deplete the car battery, and of course you can preview your images here. I don't think anyone uses this function, to be honest. Phone, of course, you can pair your phone, and then you can use emergency calls, and you know, you can see your contact list if you synchronize it, and your media. Of course, sources are USB, SD card, Bluetooth audio, your virtual network, CVD, DVD player, or a jukebox. I'm not sure if this is like online service. You can always use your Bluetooth. And for the media, actually that is the same thing. I wanted to see the sound. So I'm sure there are sound settings. Yeah, they're here. So there's some options here. You can of course put your sound to a certain spot you prefer. You can turn on the touchscreen tones, which I personally dislike, and that's pretty much it. I think I've covered most of it. There's might be some details that I haven't covered. And just to finish this, let's just cover this beautiful digital cockpit that seems a little bit more sharper on the Superb. Personally, I like this detail. Now you can see Superb on the bottom. Only thing that doesn't look that good is this lines on the side, but actually I think the Superb, at least this facelift model, last one I saw is in the Skoda Octavia, didn't have this temperatures. It was just marks. I might be mistaken, so it isn't that bad, but I like the Audi solution better. Of course, this is the classic look. I'm gonna try putting here. I'm gonna change the view. If you press the view on steering wheel, you have this option, you have this option, this the sport the SportLine, and the classic one. If you use the roller, you can here have range, AdBlue, speed, average, warning, add some speed you can set up in the menu, oil temperature, trip, consumption, overview, range, and I like to leave it on speed. I don't know why, this is just me. And of course, if you press here, so you have inside menu driving data, once more, vehicle status, phone, audio, navigation. So this is nice if I put it into navigation. And again, if I change the view, you can see this all in my separated video with the Skoda Octavia and the virtual cockpit. So in few of them you can have this full cockpit. I think it's 3 if I'm not mistaken, that you can have. You can zoom in or you can zoom out and see where are you located. So I left it in the night view, and if we come back to the menu, you can see assist systems. So this is your distance, you have your lane assist, ACC, you can have your speed limiter on. So I think it's one of these buttons, you just press it and the speed limiter turns on, but I'm not sure why both can be on. So maybe there's some reason to that. You have side assist, of course there's parking sensors watching and they're going to warn you there. Actually, I find it somewhere in the menu, I can't remember it now. You can increase the brightness of this or lower it. There's even that. And of course, you have your front assist and your rear traffic alert when you're backing out of your parking spot. Everything is here. And driving data, vehicle status. Again, we're going into the circle. So I think this is pretty much it. I'd like to hear your opinion. What do you think about the facelift version of the Superb? Now watch the lights on the front. So these are the lights on. If I push the long beam, you can see LED lights, how they perform from the inside of the car. I hope you like this video. I hope I've covered everything I could. Of course, just to cover it, when you switch off, you get this beautiful avatar of new facelift Superb, and you get the information about your trip, your average speed, average consumption, and the distance you've passed. So I think Skoda is definitely, if you get the Amundsen or Bolero, the 8-inch screen, you're gonna have manual fobs. I prefer that rather than this. You'll see sometimes it even doesn't react automatically, or I think I need to leave the car as a yes. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. I hope this was informative, and not to forget, of course, I'm gonna pump the trunk as promised. Actually, I'm gonna leave the keys over here, not to drop them later. And of course, to open the hood, push to the left. The Superb is the highest class in Skoda, so it has the dampeners. If I back up a little bit, you can see the whole car in the frame. And the only new thing inside, this is, I think, a little bit redesigned. There is no more Skoda badge here. This is gone, and there's no more TDI as well. It's been hidden for some reason. Skoda decided to get rid of that. I'm interested in if the Volkswagen is going to do the same thing. Of course, I've just noticed this marks 4 cylinders. So this is the, if I'm not mistaken, 2.0 with 190 horsepower. The rest is pretty much the same layout of the engine bay. For the diesel car, of course, you have the 1.6 diesel. This is your first option with 120 horsepower. You have where you have DSG 7-speed automatic as standard. There's no manual. So on the 2.0 with a 150 horsepower, you can choose either a 6-speed manual or 7-speed automatic. And on your 190 horsepower 2.0 diesel, you can only choose, you can only get the 7-speed automatic. And on your petrol options, you have the 1.5 with 150 horsepower, and you have the 2.0 TSI with the 190 horsepower, and the performance version with 272 horsepower. I remembered all this information, so I'm not reading it from anywhere. Thumbs up for that. So this is the 190 horsepower. And then the only thing I've noticed, you have 2 closing latches. As you can see, not one anymore. So when you're closing your hood, you drop it, and sometimes it closes perfectly. Sometimes the one side might not close properly. I think this time, nope. I think it's closed. I might be wrong. I'm gonna check it on the screen. Of course, you still have your card. Of course, no, see? So this might not be issue with all the cars, but if you press here, I think one of the sides doesn't lock properly, but when it's locked, it looks really nice, and I like this design. Just look at this, aggressive. I wish personally there was not this whatever you call it, I forgot the name in English, but this would look a lot better. Comment below what you think. And I think this is definitely it. We've covered most of the video, and the only thing I haven't covered from the exterior is the lights. So I'm gonna switch the car again, switch the lights again for you to see them. Of course, there's gonna be B-roll video, but so daytime position light, LED lights, these are your long beams, full LED lights, and you have your fog lights LED as well. Actually, if I pull that, the video is long, so I might as well show you that as well. So this is the full looks, and to show you the back, I'm gonna turn on the hazards as well, so you can see the sequential hazard lights or signal lights, and you can see the little fog light is over there, so only on one side, on the left side, and then again beautiful LED design, and in the mirrors as well. And with this, we've covered the whole car. So And yes, all the windows go all the way down or all the way up if you hold. So that's a nice, clever, simply clever feature. And all the windows go down. Thumbs up for Skoda. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Stay safe on the road. I'm gonna see you in the Frankfurt Auto Show next week. So subscribe and like this video, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye.